One thing that's for certain, Boruto has shown us a wide arsenal of jutsu and techniques, even jutsu that he's invented himself. A pattern that's been going on ever since part 1 is Boruto learning techniques used from past generations like Rasengan and Flying Raijin, and building on it to make it stronger or unlocking new variants of the same technique. For today's video, I want to kind of go over all Boruto's abilities that he has so far, as well as some abilities we haven't seen him use, but can assume he does know because of statements in the manga or something like that. Also, I would very much appreciate it if you would drop a like on the video, as this does help the video reach a wider audience. So in base, Boruto has access to the chakra natures of wind, lightning, and water. Wind and lightning being his natural chakra affinities, although I would like to see him use water release way more like his wave surge technique, especially now in Tubular Vortex. But Boruto with his karma activated definitely gives him access to all 5 chakra natures. But to keep the video fun, I might only focus on the abilities he can use in base as of now, or abilities that he should be able to use. So first, let's start off with the abilities we actually know he can use. The most simple technique Boruto can do is Shadow Clone Jutsu. Unlike Naruto, Boruto can only perform a maximum of about 4 clones, but through his rigorous training throughout the time skip, it's very likely he'll be able to perform twice or even up to 3 times the amount he's used to. Even though he probably won't ever be able to outright summon hundreds or even thousands of clones like his father, he just simply wouldn't need to. Hypothetically speaking, since Shadow Clones force the user to divide their chakra evenly among the clones, the more clones Boruto makes, the weaker they are, simply because he doesn't have as much chakra reserves as Naruto. But Boruto can amp his clones' physical attributes with the karma, exponentially increasing their speed, strength, and attack potency of his strikes and jutsu. So for Boruto's case, the less clones, the more he gets out of them. It'll be like having a strength of 100 Naruto clones in 3 clones of Boruto. Some techniques I don't expect to change much is his water-based attacks. Since this is Boruto's weakest change in chakra nature, I would expect him to refine these abilities, but not to the extent of his stronger attacks like his lightning and wind-based abilities. So besides wave surge, I don't see him getting much stronger in that aspect. I mean, there's no speculation to back this up, but I wouldn't mind seeing him using like a water dragon technique. I mean, it's not too overpowered and Boruto can use water release, so why not, bro? Give him water dragon jutsu. That being said, now that Boruto has mastered the use of purple lightning and had seen being able to manipulate it to the point where he can stream it through an object or weapon, he could probably use purple lightning and apply it to attack like Thunderclap Arrow. Purple lightning is extremely versatile, being able to use it like Chidori and Lightning Blade, and also can be used as a projectile. That being said, it wouldn't be too far-fetched to say his Thunderclap Arrow technique wouldn't be leagues stronger because of this. And also, it's just something about seeing Boruto use lightning that's just cool as hell. While we're on the topic, I'll briefly go over his purple lightning technique. So this technique was developed by Kakashi after the 4th grade ninja war because of the loss of his Sharingan. And you can't use the Raikiri without the Sharingan because of his high speeds. That being said, the Chidori just isn't safe for Boruto to learn. That's why he uses purple lightning as a substitute for Chidori, which is much more controllable and still has amazing attack potency. So let's just look at all the ways Sasuke uses his lightning techniques and just assume that the possibility that Boruto knowing how to perform these techniques is very high. I mean, in chapter 5, Sasuke told Boruto that he taught him almost all his moves and methods that he knows. Obviously, he can't teach him how to perform moves such as Amaterasu and Amenote Chikara and any technique that requires it because they require a specific dojutsu that Boruto just doesn't have. But it is safe to assume that the moves that can be performed without the use of Sharingan or Rinnegan, he's able to teach Boruto. So from this knowledge, we can assume in addition to Boruto's purple lightning technique, he can use it in a similar way to Chidori Stream, Chidori Senbon, and Chidori Sharp Spear. Okay, so before I go any further, I know a lot of people are going to ask about Kirin. Kirin is one of Sasuke's strongest attacks, which takes advantage of natural lightning to strike its opponent at the speed of light. And luckily for Boruto, it does not rely on the use of any dojutsu because for the most part, you are stationary while using it. So yeah, Boruto can technically use this technique, and it wouldn't be crazy if Sasuke taught him this. However, there is the need of knowing how to perform a high enough level of fire style to conjure thunderclouds. If Sasuke did teach almost all of his moves to Boruto, then him learning Sasuke's most basic technique that requires a hand sign is extremely likely. It's like Boruto being trained by Naruto and not learning how to perform the Shadow Clone Jutsu. You see what I'm saying? It really doesn't make any sense. Unlike any Uchiha, fire style isn't Boruto's forte. So it's not like it'll be easy for him to learn, but Boruto is what you would call a genius, stated by Sasuke and many others. So I'm gonna have to also assume he knows how to perform this. And I'll go as far as to say we will see him use this against Mitsuki in chapter 7. Now, if for some reason you still don't believe that Boruto can use fire style, then there is a possibility that Boruto using kidding could be a collab technique, with him needing Sarada to supply him with the necessary level of fire style required to use it. While it is possible to perform kidding without the use of fire style, it would become even more situational than it originally was, and probably wouldn't be worth learning. So I think it'll be more accurate to believe he actually can perform fireball jutsu to a high degree. Okay, so next I'll go over Boruto's Rasengan. And at this point, there's probably no new Rasengan that we haven't seen Boruto use, so this won't take too long to go over. The most recent and probably strongest Rasengan that Boruto knows at this point is Uzuhiko. To put it simply, Uzuhiko is a powerful Rasengan that utilizes the Earth's ever-spinning chakra and infuses it into his opponents, letting it run wild in their body. It creates an intense dizziness that discombobulates and incapacitates them to the point where they can't even stand up straight anymore. This, along with the anime's original high compression Rasengan, is both my favorite variants. While we probably won't see Boruto use this attack in the manga, the anime might be a different story. The high compression Rasengan is a super penetrative Rasengan that was able to completely destroy Deepa's special carbon armor. Carbon being extremely light, but said to be up to 10 times stronger than steel. So you could say AP wise, this could be his strongest Rasengan if this monster didn't exist. Ultra Big Ball Rasengan is just a huge ass Rasengan. Previously learned by Naruto and Jiraiya, so there's absolutely no reason to believe Boruto just can't perform a bigger Rasengan. I'm not a master at all the different Rasengan and the different sizes going past a simple Odama Rasengan, because there's Super Odama Rasengan, then there's Ultra Odama Rasengan, and then there's Super Ultra Odama Rasengan. It just makes my head hurt. Now, something unusual that we don't see every day is Vanishing Rasengan and Rasendan. Rasendan, created by Momoshiki, it's an extremely small Rasengan that can be shot from a distance, and it has immense penetrative power. Since Momoshiki used the last 18% of his data to resuscitate Boruto, this means while Momoshiki not being able to resurrect through Boruto anymore, Boruto in fact has access to most of, if not all of Momoshiki's abilities, and gaining his knowledge of 1,000+ years. So if we take a look at the Vanishing Rasengan, that is one of Boruto's most iconic moves, if not his most iconic move. So I'm pretty sure everybody will be disappointed if we don't at least see it once in Two Blue Vortex. Boruto created Vanishing Rasengan when he accidentally added lightning release to the Rasengan. Now, the overall strength of the Vanishing Rasengan is nothing crazy, but Sasuke sort of likes this technique from Boruto. So I wouldn't be surprised if coming out the Timeskip, this Rasengan can be applied to each one of his Rasengans, even Uzuhiko. So let's say Boruto can now make a Vanishing Rasengan with enough power to match the Odama Rasengan. That's just simply amazing. So of course we'll see the Vanishing Rasengan sometime in the manga, but it'll just be stronger. It'll simply be stronger. That's it. So apart from the different abilities that we've seen him perform in the past, like chakra absorption, space-time ninjutsu, and as soon as last chapter like flying Raijin and the ability to fly, I'm gonna add something that I want to see Boruto do in the future, and that's to be able to access Sage Mode. I said this in multiple videos on my channel, so I refuse to dive into it again. But to keep it brief, I stated that since the Shinju were now present in the manga, it would probably be necessary for Boruto to learn Sage Jutsu because the Ten Tails is weak to nature energy. The Shinju being bits of the Ten Tails, you see how that makes sense. So not only would Sage Jutsu be amazing to see Boruto use, he can actually use it as of now. So that just creates a need to use it. So if it comes out that Boruto actually learned Jutsu from Kashin Koji, we can be expected to see Sage Mode Boruto very soon. But let me know what abilities you think Boruto can learn next, or possibly already know in the comment section. I'm open to all possibilities, so let's have a chat in that comment section, man. But without further ado, I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And until my next video, I'm out. Peace.